Sir, I want to start this conversation by asking you, it has been 28 years since the release of Hindustani. How difficult was it for you to catch the character graph in the same way that you did in 96? Because a lot has changed in the 28 years. So
It was as easy as it's going to be for the audience. Well, we've seen the movie. I've acted in this film. So you just have to fall into the groove, and homework has already been done. So it would be pompous to say that I prepared and I worked, I thought about it. I've seen your reaction to Indian One, so I knew all the points, where to pin it.
when we speak of Hindustani 2, the film went into production in 2019, then the pandemic struck, and there were a lot of challenges, before the output that we see over here. As an actor, how do you ensure that the team is sticking together positively in the tough time?
It's very difficult. It's like keeping families together. You lose a brother, you lose a father, you lose a mother. You console each other, but that gap is going to be. That's a big emotional gap. And in this, Nedumadi Venu and I were talking, and he, one of the greatest actors India has produced. All of India doesn't know him because he plays character roles. Like how a generation doesn't talk about Balraj Sahani Saab. What kind of performance he gave. He didn't play the top dog in the film, but his contribution to Indian cinema is so much. Yeah, it's like that. Nedumadi Venu is not the typical lead man thing because that's his choice. But Malayalam film would have accepted him as a lead man, but he wanted more variety. His appetite was different. And he was talking to me and he said, I'm so happy to be part. My health gave in between. I thought I won't last. I've lasted enough to be part of this film. And even that, because COVID, so many things, it got delayed and we lost him. And a few scenes we had to do without him, with a dupe. Yeah. And we shot it from another angle. You asked me how I got the team together. Getting myself together was difficult. And it was an emotional scene as well. And I must maintain my emotion, control it. It was very difficult getting myself together. And it was at that moment I was in a twilight zone of reality and the character. You'll see it in maybe this or part 3. I don't know where. But it's for me, there is no edit in my mind. Both the films are a single flow for me. And I told you even the reason why I did part 2. So it's all one film for me.
You have Kalki up for release tomorrow. The look over there. I mean, I don't know how you transform from a Senapati to a Kalki, and both films releasing in a span of 2 weeks. I mean, could you tell us something on that? I think even over there is a hook, and then part 3 is
I think slowly the man whose name you can't remember is becoming quite a character in this interview. If that man comes to me and asks the age of Yashkin, I'll boldly say, guess. Your choice. Maybe he's 180. Give or take 10 more. That's how old Yashkin is in Kalki.
But I think even that's...
Apart from that, I shouldn't say more because even in the trailer, you'll say that wait and watch. The new world is coming. So wait and watch.
That new world also we'll get to see in 2 parts. So looking forward to more of your character, which I think goes on.
Once again, I signed Kalki for the second part. Because in this, I'm playing a very small role. It is the next part that is intriguing me. And that's why I did this. The number of days I worked for this Kalki is very limited. But I like the trust they have to agree to put me on contract for a film to be made. And it's not about the money. Money could be earned and lost with a good or bad decision. But to make the right decision, irrespective of money, it gives me great pleasure. It's equal to an applause. And Vaijayanti Films gave it to me. And continue to do that by respecting my presence in the film.
I remember seeing some BTS footages in '99 when you were actually doing Robo. I don't know how many people are aware, but Kamal sir had done a test shoot for Robo in 1999 with Shankar sir. Could you tell us? That's a story which everyone would want to know. How?
That's very few people know the actual connection between me and Mr. Sujata. Sujata, I knew, usually they say I knew him when he was a boy. He knew me when I was a boy. I used to be playing cricket at home, and he used to come to have, there was a room at the top of the house. All these discreet smokers used to gather there. That was the biggest habit of that time. So smoking together was a big thing, and my brother and they all found a secret place, and that used to be my house. And that's as early as when he knew me, and I was an actor even then. So there was a great fondness, and I became a fan of Sujata. I started writing because of him.
Okay.
So he used to sort of look at my writing, sometimes admire it, sometimes critique it. So in a way, my writing for magazines, short stories, and my poems were all curated by Mr. Sujata even before publication. So likewise, when he was brought into Indian, I was very happy. There was another friend writing for Indian also, Mr. Balakumar, late Mr. Balakumar. Both of them are not there now. So Eldam's Road used to be a sort of meeting spot for all writers. I think that's one of the reasons why I took up to writing. So I, Robo was a novel, English novel, and we used to keep talking about different ideas. And he thought I should do that, and we tried testing. But film industry is a complicated industry with so many complex business equations, including my remuneration, my dates, my time, the market at that time. So I was not very keen to do it at that time. And so I thought it was dropped, but my friend picked it up at the right moment and made a great success out of it. That's how simple it is. An idea is an idea. Anybody could pick it up in time and benefit from it.
And so, Kalki brings two legends together, that is you and Amit sir. But there is another combination of legends that the world is waiting to see, and that is you and Rajni sir. There have been a lot of...
We talk about that every 10 years, I think. When I refurbished my office and made it into a multi-story building, I remember it's a scene to be put in, because in the same streets I had Rajini pillion riding in my motorcycle, and we had gone talking about our future. Fast forward, cut to another 40 years later, we are standing on the 4th floor of a building which was not there then, and he said we should do a movie at least now. I said Raj Kamal is always ready, and that's the last discussion we had about making a movie together. The thing is, we shouldn't think about our remuneration nor our status in the film. We must just go ahead and take that ride like we did about 50 years back on that motorcycle. Then you will enjoy the film. Otherwise, only we will enjoy the film.